I'm Brigham Larson with Brigham Larson Pianos. This is an 1897 Strich Zeidler piano that we just barely finished up. This piano was in a fire, and we've actually had quite a few of these. If you've seen my other video that I was just soda blasting off some actual char from the fire on a different piano. This piano was also in a fire, and it was so bad that it was stinking up the whole shop. Smelled like a bad barbecue. Pretty terrible to. It's just kind of a disturbing smell. Kind of sad. But no longer. We've pretty much. Yeah, I don't smell nothing. One of the technicians said she could still. Victoria, I don't smell any fire. Yeah, not anymore. Okay. So yeah, which if you've ever worked with fire restoration of anything, much less something that's organic material like wood and felt and cloth and leather, those kinds of materials that absorb those kinds of odors, that is really a feat to get all of that smell out. So I think he's going to be really happy with this. I think he's going to be shocked. He told us no smell, and we kind of said, we'll try, we'll do our best. But I think we nailed it. Okay. It was obviously also in terrible condition. It was 100 years old already, well, 1897, 120 plus years old. So just the age alone made it in terrible condition. And then add on top of that, so we did a full, so add on top of the age, the fire. So between the fire cleanup, the ozoning, the restoration, the refinishing, everything, this is a complete transformation. Yeah, why don't you check out the back? We don't usually have access to the back. But this one we were able to clean that up, make that look nice. Paint it black. The backs of some pianos are black, and sometimes they're all just kind of a natural. Not that one. This one's kind of half and half painted, half wood. That one's all black. Anyway, okay, let's check out the inside. Now that we've seen the outside, I think it's gorgeous. Looks brand new. Oh, and then in here we've got the decal right there. That looks nice. That's a replica decal of what was there originally. And the keys, Marcello there, redoing keys. Looking good. So if you want to be able to judge if your piano technician rebuilder is doing a good job on keys, what you need to look at is you need to look at the notches. Are the notches all lined up? So like this A and this G, do the notches touch each other, or are they kind of off center? One a little bit higher, one a little bit lower, but no, they're all at the same level. And another thing to look at is all of the white parts of the keys are totally flush with the wood underneath. So yeah, this is a beautiful job. That's really hard to accomplish, by the way. That takes lots and lots of experience, lots of time behind keys. Okay, then on the inside we have a full restoration. Like I mentioned, we've got a plate that's beautifully repainted. There's by the way, since we happen to be right here, Evan, don't worry about it. You're just fine. All of those are plates, many of which are waiting to be repainted. We can kind of get a feel for what they look like. This is pretty typical of how they look after 100 years. Just really ugly and dusty, old, decrepit looking. The plate is what holds all the tension. And then this is what they look like after they've had their paint job. Gorgeous, shiny and smooth, and which structurally there's nothing, unless it has a crack, which we have dealt with on quite a few occasions. Unless there's a crack, there's really nothing that we do. Functionally, it's all cosmetics, and I think it's worthwhile because it looks amazing. Then all of these tuning pins are new. Strings are new. All of the felt, like like this felt here, and the felt on the dampers. The hammers are new. The shanks are new. Most of the action is actually refurbished from the original. Like the hammer butts and the whippens are original. The let-off buttons are new. So we've kind of got some of each. And then in here we have the soundboard. See more of the plate down there, and the trap work, and bridges. There's the soundboard. You can see where the soundboard ends right there. There's a little lip that runs right along there. So this is just a filler right there, and then the soundboard actually cuts off right along there. So all of this is the soundboard. And beautifully redone pedals. That's my son that did those. He's a brilliant chemist. And electroplating is all chemistry. Really nice and smooth, tight, beautiful. Everything about that is really well executed. Okay, then this is unique. This, what do you call it? I don't even know what you'd call it, but it's cast iron. It's this big piece of metal here. It goes down, and you can see it, the lever there move. But yeah, that's all. I mean, that's a big piece of metal that is for the fall board. So that's an unusual design. That sounds good. That sounds really nice. It's shocking how good these pianos can sound. A lot of people just kind of dismiss them because they're 100 years old, and people think like they're good for nothing, but that sure is good for something. That's good for a lot more than just something. That just... Sounds really nice. Has a nice, rich, warm tone. And then we also have this little kind of muffler rail that quiets things down. Nice and bright up there. This piano's fantastic. Sounds so good. Nicely done. Okay, beautiful. It's amazing that this piano was originally built in 1897. Sounding that good, playing that well, ready for another 100 years.